The Edward Cabrera stuff, I mean, it's a name that we've thrown out there multiple times during the offseason, mostly just because it makes sense, right? Like the Marlins have a ton of pitchers. The Pirates need pitchers. And it's like, who's the pitcher who's most expendable? Probably Edward Cabrera. And so like it just lines up, right? It's just kind of a matter of, what does Miami need for him? Miami doesn't necessarily have to trade him. Like Edward Cabrera is slotted in their rotation right now. Losing Edward Cabrera for the Marlins would mean they have to move to, Max Meyer, who is also a very, a pretty good pitcher himself, but it's less of a sure thing, right? But it makes sense. I think if you're the Pirates, you desperately need that guy. I love Edward Cabrera's upside. A big fan of the guy. His changeup is just nasty. I'm a little concerned on if he has the durability to kind of pitch, an entire season and be like a workhorse guy. But what he can do is I think he can give you 120, 125 really good innings. And the Pirates could use that right now. They could use that real bad. Those are my Edward Cabrera thoughts. So if he's available, go get him.
He is absolutely the guy that the Pirates should be after. That type of guy, no questions asked. I don't know if there's much outside of Paul Skeens, and I probably wouldn't move tomorrow for him. Outside of that, I'd probably move about anything else almost. I do have concerns about the durability as well. The command's also an issue. But the years of control, man, that he has, I don't know how you can really pass someone like that up if it is available and if the price is somewhat right. I'd be okay overpaying for something like this because pitching is just so expensive that getting a guy like that on the market, we're seeing what guys like that are going for. Veterans that have similar resumes as him are going for $14 million a year. And you have this guy locked up through 2028, I believe, if you were to get him. That's a type of guy that the Pirates should be salivating at.
Talent wins. That's like where I'm at. All the concerns, I fully understand too. I mean, I don't want to see that walk rate. Like all the innings and such, like I get that, but you salivate at the talent. You salivate at what he has, right? The stuff and all and such. And I think where we feel the challenge might be is we are talking about a guy with all this talent who didn't really put it together yet. And that was with the Marlins. And you're going to the Pirates. Here's the team that doesn't put it together, right? Like, and I'm not trying to say this to bash the Pirates in a sense, but like,
yeah,
it's kind of the reverse. Like what happens, like he should be going from the Pirates to the Marlins, and like they're the ones unlocking it, right? Like the Pirates have been usually challenged in doing that. Not to say they can't, right? But regardless, like you're also not the Pirates and saying, well, we can't go after this guy because we're not going to fix him. Like, I don't want you thinking that way either if you're my GM or in an organization, right? So I absolutely think like you do got this guy because the talent is absolutely there. And if you can put it together with him, that's a dude. I don't want to say this in a sense of like, I'm not comping him. This is the comp I'm saying. But what I'm saying is someone like similar to me, also from the Marlins, you talked about the great changeup, the 5-pitch mix. Pablo Lopez. You know how much I love Pablo Lopez, Jim, because we argued about him if he's a dude. And guess what, Jim? He is a dude. 2 rights for me tonight, baby. Again, like
You're
not
gonna
a
hurt
comp,
your arm
but,
patting yourself on your back so much.
seriously.
But like also a nasty changeup. And like he was exclusively changeup, fastball, goes to the Twins, and like, you know what? Take that slider, make it now the sweeper. Throw that more, change up less. He's able to get, righties and lefties out better now. And it's like Edward Cabrera throws the slider, not a whole lot. What do Pirates like to do? Throw the slider. Like maybe that also gets incorporated the same way like Pablo Lopez did. Like maybe he's throwing the slider a little bit more now. And that slider has been quite effective. Again, used very seldomly in totality throughout his career. But when he's thrown it, very effective. Maybe he starts throwing a slider more with Pittsburgh. maybe you're seeing him become better. The control still an issue. I'm not sure if that's going to be mechanics. Pitching ins at Tyler. That's on you to tell us, and such. But I could see him putting things together, becoming a better pitcher. And yes, now you have Mitch Keller. Now you have Edward Cabrera. Now this rotation's falling in place. And you're talking about longevity. Paul Skeen's coming up. Yes, this is like the perfect dude for you to get. I would very much welcome Edward Cabrera on the Pirates.
Yeah, if you don't want him, you're a dummy.
Yeah, I mean, he's
no. If you don't want him, it's probably because you actually have a good rotation.
No, I mean, like, if you're a Pirates fan and you don't want him, you're a dummy.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's good. He's somebody that you want on your team. And like you mentioned, unlocking his potential. I'm honestly like unlocking his potential would be ideal, right? But even if you don't, like, he's still the stuff that he has. That's like I keep kind of going back to that changeup. Like, that changeup's one of the best pitches in baseball. Like, just in the game. Just incredible stuff. You mentioned the talent. Like, just bet on talent, and he's got it. Like, he's got the talent. The command, you kind of hope that he just kind of hones that in the more and more he pitches. He's still really never pitched like a full season of baseball. Like, because of the durability issues. Like, he's been hurt a lot. That's a concern. But if he can give you 25 starts in a season, that's a plus. Like, this is a guy you want on your team. But also, and it's also like, if we're talking about like who you want going in like a post-game situation, like Edward Cabrera is the type of guy you want pitching for you in a postseason game. Like, he's a guy who can just go out there and put up 6 zeros, right? Like, you want guys like this. You want guys like this on your team. And I don't know if I'd give up. Yeah, I'm not giving up Paul Skeens. I'm not giving up Termarr Johnson. I'm probably not giving up Bubba Chandler, but I'd give up anybody else.
I think I would flip-flop. I'm probably not giving up Termarr. I could be talked into it, but I'm probably not. I would flip-flop Bubba Chandler and Solometo.
I love Bubba Chandler. Love him.
I like Solometo a little bit more.
And that's fair. Like, there's a lot of prospects I would give up to get Edward Cabrera.
I guess where I'm at is that I think we hope that Bubba Chandler turns into Edward Cabrera. So I'd just rather have him.
That's a fair assessment.
So I guess maybe Solometo, Mito, whatever he wants to go by today. That might be my line there. I don't know what your guys' line is in the prospects, but that might be it. And I would probably be able to be talked into him. But I wouldn't be given much more.
If someone said, would you trade Solometo for Edward Cabrera right now, I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Not a question. Or Bubba Chandler. What if it's Termarr for Cabrera straight up? I'm probably not.
I'm not doing that. I'm not trading Termarr right now.
I think I'm with you there.
He's like your only bat.
Right.
Like, he's like your only hitter.
That's my problem with that too. That's why I think this lines up so well also. It's just because, like, again, you're talking about the depth of the Pirates. So stop talking about it as they have to be your 2025, 2026 rotation and start thinking about it as their prospect capital, right? If you're gaining a pitcher and you're able to give up, like, whatever you think about Bubba Chandler, or Solometo, like, I think I like both of them too. And I like them for different reasons. Right? We talked about the ceiling on Bubba. You talk about the floor on Anthony. But I think we're both in line that we really like them. And I'm looking forward to seeing their careers as Pittsburgh Pirates. But if either one of them can get me an Edward Cabrera, then that person's here already. You talked about the service time. Like, you don't have to wait for that person. Just think it. Just pretend in your mind that they turn into Edward Cabrera. That's it.
And you have him for 5 more years. Like, Cabrera is 5 years of team control.
Yeah.
That person's here today, and they're going to help you today and in the future. So that's why, again, like, if you want to like pull at straws of if Bubba or not Bubba, if Anthony or not Anthony, I don't care. Either one of them, I'm good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm with you. We're on the same page.
I'm not trading Bubba, but that's my line.
I'm just counting that as another, you're right, DiNardo.
You went third after you agreed with all of us, so sure you're right.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
true.
I'm counting all of them. I
You just
hear.
agreed with us.
Yeah, I'm the one that said that you hope Bubba Chandler turns into him, and then you just repeated what I said and then took credit for it.
You can't listen to Kornberg. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I can't wait to beat DiNardo up in Florida.
I can't wait to see you jump up and do it.
I can't wait to see you try 41 free throws in a row.
I can't.
Oh,
wait to
dude,
see
I'd
that.
bang them out. Easy money.